Hi, Taylor. Thank you so much for purchasing a reading with me. I'm very excited to get this over to you and see what comes through. So we are going to be doing a general reading today. So I never really know what's going to come through until I start the reading. So I'm just going to shuffle for a few moments just to connect with your energy. And I hope that everything is going good or better for you. I know that I had done the breakup reading for you, and I think you wrote in the email, let me take a look here, that your anniversary, it would have been the 2-year anniversary with you and your ex. So, I know it's so hard. I think that, I don't know if I mentioned this in the breakup reading for you, but I can't tell you how many people personally that I know, and including myself, are going through breakups and important people leaving our lives. So you're definitely not alone when it comes to that. Sometimes it could feel that way, and it kind of feels like you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I think that for most of us, a lot of the endings that are happening or have happened is really just to put us on a different path that we're really meant to be on. So I try to look at things as positive as I can, but I know it's hard. But let's take a look and see what's going on for you. I'm excited to see what's going on and what's coming up. What's going on for Taylor? What's going on for Taylor, general? I feel like that card wanted to come out. 3 of Cups energy. Okay. Interesting. So we have the 3 of Cups here. It's kind of insinuating that the next few months are definitely going to be very uplifting, which is exciting. I think that you're going to be spending a lot of time outdoors based on what I'm feeling. You're going to be around people that bring out the best in you. This could also indicate that you're making new connections just by being social and going out. I don't know if that's what you really like to do, though. And it's okay if it is, but I get the sense that, you may not be someone who wants to go out every weekend and do that, but I am just seeing a increase of energy when it comes to your social life. And I think that this is really good for you. I feel like you just being out and meeting new people is what you need. And I think that this is going to show you the possibilities that kind of await you. Also, with the Wheel of Fortune, I wouldn't be surprised if you have unexpected situations happen in the next few months, like meeting someone very unexpectedly, having something happen that's unexpected. But whatever it is going to be positive, because that is what the Wheel of Fortune is all about. This is kind of like my karma card. It's like this card talks about, some of the blessings that maybe we haven't been able to experience or receive are kind of coming through, and it's definitely going to be unexpected. So I feel like there's a lot of excitement coming into your life. I definitely see and feel that your energy is going to be a lot more increased. And I feel like you are getting to this place, or you're on your journey of really figuring out what you want in life. And sometimes it's not easy and it's not always clear, but I do feel like a lot of things for you are going to become a lot more clear. Page of Swords energy could talk about people that don't necessarily, I don't want to say an ex. Look, I don't like to predict. I'm not a fortune teller. I often do get messages that definitely happen, but I always tell people, nothing is ever definite, we're all in control. But I wouldn't be surprised if some people from your past tried to reach out, or if they tried to message you in some way, because the Page of Swords can kind of talk about that. And it's interesting because I'm kind of getting this feeling for you The universe is kind of testing you right now because you are going onto a different path. You know, things have changed for you. And maybe you don't see it now, but it's really putting you on the path that's meant for you. And I feel like the universe is kind of testing you with some people from your past. It could be an ex, it could be someone you haven't spoken to in a long time that maybe wasn't the best to you. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's like the universe is saying, all right, you want change or you want better, so I'm going to give you what would hurt you to see if you're going to go back to it. And that's the kind of energy that I'm kind of sensing. I definitely see you being very busy too. In the next few months, you're working towards something. I'm not sure if this is school or if this is in your career, but I feel this energy of you climbing your way up to the top. You're climbing the ladder. You're getting things done. And I just heard that this is both personally and either like school wise or work wise. So you're definitely working on yourself. I'm not sure if you're someone who likes to work out or if you have a schedule of you working out like that you're consistent with, but I am seeing that there is a change when it comes to you like your physical activity. I just see it being really heightened and increased. So you're really working on everything from what I'm grasping, you know, your mind, body, and spirit, very determined energy, and you're going to start to see a lot of results from the things that you're working on. And even if you don't see it right away, you're on your way. And I feel like for you, Taylor, I feel like this is the period of time where everything is still. Like the period that you're in right now, it's like you're figuring out what's happening, what you're doing, what you want. And if you feel like life has been mundane, or if you feel like, you know, you're upset, not upset, but if you just kind of feel like you want the change or you want something good to happen, it's coming and it's on the way. This is the period of time for you to really think about your futures. And that's what I'm really hearing for you. So it's a little bit of a slow season right now, but it's going to change for the better. And I see you just being in such a better spot and just feeling really good. There also is a need to connect more with friends. I don't know if you, it doesn't mean that, this could mean two things. It doesn't like, maybe you haven't seen your friends in a while, or maybe you talk to them all the time, but you haven't really opened up. I'm hearing that there needs to be more of connection when it comes to your circle, because they're really going to help you get through a lot of what you're going through, and they're going to help pull you out of it in a certain sense. So I definitely see that happening, which is good. This is definitely the energy you need to be around. I'm hearing, and I don't know if I'm way off with this, but I hear that when you get upset, or when you're going through things, you kind of like to kind of isolate, or you tend to take some space. And that definitely may be the norm for you, but I'm hearing this time it has to be done differently. I feel like in order for things to start happening, you have to get yourself connected with people that you used to talk to, and just put yourself more out there. And I do feel like you will end up doing that with that Three of Cups energy anyway, but I did want to quickly mention that. The Star card. Wow, you're really, okay, this is interesting. We have the Star card, and then we have the World card here. You're definitely coming out of a cycle for sure. I feel like that's kind of the theme for you. It's like you're coming out of something and you're going into something new. I feel like a lot of lessons were learned, or you are in the process of learning. I am seeing some kind of wish fulfillment coming true. You may question your personal life a lot right now. And I'm hearing and I'm feeling that there's a relationship that I see being of importance happening once you've done the inner work. I feel that very strongly. I don't know if you question this a lot, like, will I feel that way again? Will I have that again? And I'm so sorry, but a lot of what, I probably don't want to be reminded of your breakup, right? But a lot of that's kind of coming through. And I just feel for you, you're going to be in a very different place in a year and a half or two. You're going to be in a very different place. So as long as you keep your head up high, and even if you don't have everything you want right now, you will get to this place of feeling happy and truly happy again. So I think that that's interesting. I think that there's a lot of lessons that this is teaching you. And as long as you remember that, you will see a lot of other things kind of unfold. I do also feel like you could be traveling somewhere in the next few months. I don't know why. I don't feel like it's a super hot place necessarily. I feel like, or maybe it is, but I feel like you're around nature. I feel like I'm seeing you in nature. This is going to be very healing for you. This could be like one of those staycation places too, where you don't go too far from home, but you're still out or you're away. I feel like this is much needed. So if you have been thinking, should I do that? I feel like this could be a sign, because I feel like you're going to do a lot of your healing in an environment that is around nature, or maybe you live around nature and I'm picking up on that. But whatever it is, seeing you around nature, and you probably know, but nature, like, you know, being by the water, the salt water, you know, specifically, or by being by trees and forests, it's just very healing for the soul. It helps people with clarity and feeling a lot lighter than they are. So I always tell people to try to do that as often as possible. I don't know what you're doing for work, but yeah, there's a new opportunity, or there's a promotion. Whatever you're working towards right now, you are going to see a lot of success. You are, like, I can't even tell you how I feel it right now, like how I feel about your future energy when it comes to career, because you are going to be so financially, like, I see so much abundance around you, like so financially stable and more. You're working really hard towards something, and I see just so much success for you. And other people are going to see your worth and your work ethic. You have very good work ethic. So you're definitely going to be very recognized for your abilities, for your talents, and all that you bring to the table. So definitely feel like there's a lot of new opportunities when it comes to the workplace that could either be presented to you or that you will go out and get yourself, because that's the kind of energy I'm seeing you in. I'm seeing you right now, being someone who's just going after it, doing everything that they can to get to where they want to be. So that's really your energy right now, which is so, so great. I don't know if you're also not happy with where you're living, or if you're wanting to, you know, be somewhere different, maybe move out. I don't know. I'm feeling like there's something about the home, or maybe you just moved and I'm picking that up. But there is something changing in the home that I think is going to be more positive for you. And it's interesting, a lot of the messages that I'm getting right now is to reassure you you're on the right path, and everything that you're working towards, you will have that success, and you will have those blessings kind of come through with that. So there are some changes for sure. I definitely feel like in a year, I want to say a year, but maybe a year and a half, but whatever the case is going to be, you're going to be in a very different spot. I see a lot of independence. I see a lot of that for you. And I definitely feel this energy of you living this life that, like, you imagined but didn't believe it could happen. So lots of abundance, a lot of that is coming through for you. So this is really, really good. A lot of things that have felt unfair, unbalanced, that's all changing. A lot of the negative shit that's been going on is changing. So I think it's really a time for you to, like I said, kind of reflect and think about where you want to be. And I wonder if you're kind of in that energy now, and that's why I'm picking it up. Because, you know, sometimes when we have big life changes, it kind of like makes us focus on areas maybe we weren't so worried about or putting a lot of focus into, but now we're really dedicated. So that could be why I'm thinking that or feeling that for you. All right, let's see what else is going on. All right, we got a lot of cards coming out here. Got the Two of Wands, Ace of Cups. Wow, okay. I always tell people I can never tell tarot and timing. I'm not really that great at it, so I don't like to give too many time frames in a reading. But there is this other emphasis on a new connection and a new relationship forming. I see that this person that you are connecting with, they may not be in the same or live in the same area as you when you meet them, but there is going to be a very magnetic attraction that both of you share. This person could be from a different country, or I don't know, there's something about either them not living in the same area as you or something like that, but there's definitely a relationship that is coming up for you where I feel like this is like a long-term connection. This is going to be something serious. I'm just getting that vibe about this connection with a really good person. This person could be a little older than you, from what I'm feeling. Not super, super old at all, but just older. I feel like they do travel for business, or they're in business or something, but they definitely do travel. I am seeing this person is definitely works a lot. I feel like they work a lot, but they're going to be very interested. I almost kind of feel like you could be their first like serious, real relationship for some reason. You're going to take a lot of time to get to know each other, for sure. There's this emphasis on like you taking your time, getting to know each other and learning about each other, traveling together. This is going to be a very different relationship I'm feeling for you. I think everyone, when they get into a different relationship, it's different in certain ways, but I feel like this is going to be very different. But this is going to be like a very, like I was saying, a very important relationship. I see, and from what I'm sensing. So there is something coming through with that, that I'm sensing for you. So I'm going to just pull out just a few oracle cards just to get some like keyword messages for you. Let's see. Okay, let's see. We have pulling out a few. We have the beginnings card here. I'll show it you up close. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know if I'm in the frame. We have the beginnings card here. So this is really indicating new beginnings, things changing, you trying new things, and you being in this energy of like wanting to be in the new beginnings, if that makes sense. Sometimes like when things happen, we're not ready, but I feel like the universe is like throwing new experiences out at you and is steering you into the direction of change and blessings and a new path. So there's a lot of new energy, even with the Ace of Cups here. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. That represents change, new beginnings. So very interesting that you're getting a lot of that. The inspiration card came out. So I do feel like this card is really indicating that your energy is really being uplifted, and you are going to start to feel a lot of the inspiration that maybe you haven't felt in a long time. You might be inspired to try new things or do new things, or this could literally just go back to maybe a talent or a passion that you have that you haven't worked on in a while. So this energy for you is really focused on it's focusing on you and inward. And it's funny because, you know, and this goes for everyone. I mean, I can't even tell you, and for myself personally, the minute that I start to not care and just not give a shit about, you know, the guy who broke my heart or the things that have gone wrong, that's when he comes back. And it always happens that way. Or that's when the universe decides to like give me a blessing. It's like, so, and I feel like you're in that path. Like I'm getting this energy of you just like being so focused on yourself that you kind of just like let everything go, and then that's where the magic comes. A lot of times when people are, and I don't know if you know, do manifestations or if you even believe in the law of attraction or anything like that, but like a lot of times people that can't really manifest easily, it's because they're holding it too close and too tight. And when the energy is more free, it's easier to receive like what you actually want. So I feel like you're kind of in that wavelength of that energy. And this is good for you. I feel like the inspiration is good. What does this say? Oh, we have the friendship card here. Okay, so we're talking about connections that are kind of being formed. or coming back together, or, you know, maybe this card is representing the bonds that you have becoming even like closer. So I do feel like there is an emphasis on the people around you being there for you and you spending more time with them and connecting with them. This is just going to uplift you a lot more. So I definitely feel good about this. I feel like Spirit's like, you got to be around people that are going to make you feel good and be around. And I definitely feel that for you. Now, the last card we have is the Prosperity card, which I'm not surprised. This is what it looks like. This card is really indicating like you are blooming just like a flower is. Like the seed, you know that saying, the day you plant the seeds is not the day you see the fruit. It's the same thing. You're working on yourself. You're doing all the work, and you will start to see a lot of those blessings that I'm talking about come through. So definitely focus on yourself, focus on taking care of yourself and doing what feels good. I think that's really important right now. And I think also for you just to know that you're going to be in a really good spot soon. I think that that's great. And I want to leave the reading off with that. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I thank you so much for purchasing a reading with me. If you ever need anything, anyone to talk to, I'm an email away. And I'm sending you so much love and light. Bye.